Hello and happy new year, flower families. Mr. Walker here with a quick announcement about our brand new playground. It is here and it is complete. It is ready to go for day one, January 3rd, 2022 for all of our students. Now, our students are going to have a blast on this playground structure, but we have to make sure that we are safe. Here are a few things to look out for on our brand new playground. All right, let's start with our rock climbing wall. This is a structure here that many of our students and our staff are very excited about. Now, it's really important when we're climbing this wall that we really pay attention to our rock climb holds right here. These blue shapes right here for us to grab with our hands as well as our feet. We want to make sure that we're using both hands at all times on the rock wall. The height can get pretty high for some of us, and we want to make sure that we're safe. All right, the structure right here, I actually don't have a name for, but let's check it out. There's some features in here that look familiar, like right behind me here, these two gray looking rubber bands. They're actually swings, so you can sit on them and you can swing back and forth or side to side, but they're actually swings. When it comes to this feature, you can climb it as well. We want you to be safe though. Please use both hands. I'm going to climb just a little bit here to show you, give you a little demonstration. So make sure you place both hands on these black pieces here. You want to make sure that you get a firm grip on it. Make sure you use your feet as well and you're able to climb up the structure. Only from the inside though, not the outside. The outside is bad news. We only want to climb inside of the structure. Now, we're going to have a blast on this playground, but let's move on to some more traditional features that you and I are a little more familiar with. Now, right now I'm climbing up the main part of our structure, and notice my hand, it is on that bar. We want to make sure that we're climbing up the structure using those bars as support. Now, there's different slides. There's a slide right in front of me. It's maybe 3-4 feet in the air. There's another slide over there that's more so 5 to 7 feet in the air. We want to make sure that we're safe on those slides, that we're sliding down forward. Please make sure that you are not sliding down the same time as someone else. We don't want to see accidents happen. When you want to cross this bridge, make sure you're holding onto the bar here, the handle. Focusing on that, I'm pausing on that right now. Notice where my hand is. Looking down right now, these beams are supporting me while we want to make sure that we're walking across the bridge, not jumping or hopping. As we are going up, I'm going further and further up. And I know I said 5 to 7 feet before. This looks maybe 10 to 15 feet, but I'm right here at the top again, and I have a great view. I'm looking up at this shade structure. It's going to come in handy throughout the year, especially in those summer months when temperatures can go higher than 100 degrees. All right, I'm on the monkey bar structure right now and it spins. I'm getting a little dizzy here spinning, so please be careful of that. Please also be careful that this is a metal bar here. Now, I know many students aren't as tall as Mr. Walker, but there are some students that come close. Please make sure that whoever you are watching your head, because this is metal. Did you hear that? Speaking of metal, there are 4 white pillars that are made of metal and they hold up our shade structure here. Now, our shade structure and these pillars, they are firmly planted into the ground, so there's no moving them. So please make sure that you are looking where you're going. If you're running and walking on the playground, did you hear that? That is the sound of metal. You do not want to run into these. We are getting pads. The pads are on their way, but in the meantime, please make sure that you are watching where you are going. Wow, this playground has everything. Even at the very top of the playground, there's like a watchtower here where there's this feature where if I place my eye right here, I can actually see a prism where I can look around and see different shapes of what's happening on the ground below. This is such a cool feature. It's something I didn't have as a kid. All right, students, we are to never get on top of this piece of the structure here. We are never to get on the top of this. It is so dangerous if you were to climb on top of that. Also, climbing on top of this bar right here in the center, this bar right there. Do not climb on top of that bar and try to scoot your way across. That is something that we do not do. All right, the shade structure here is meant to provide shade. It is not a toy. It is not a part of the playground. We do not try to grab onto the shade structure from the playground itself, nor do we try to do anything with the white pillars here. Remember, they're made out of metal. All right, flower families, the last thing I want to show you all is our bouncy red rubber turf. It is so comfortable to walk on. It's got a good bounce to it. You can jump on it. You can walk comfortably on it, run comfortably on it. It is such a nice feature. We know that no one was a fan of those wood chips. Our students, our staff, our teachers, No one liked those wood chips because of the mess they left behind. We want to protect this rubber turf. We want to make sure that we're not doing things to sabotage it. We want to make sure that we're protecting it. We're not trying to pull it up with whatever strength that we have. We're not trying to poke pencils or pins or objects into it. We really want to do our best to protect this entire playground, especially the rubber turf. All right, Flower, I am worn out from this playground. I've had a blast trying things out for us all, but it is so important for us to be safe. I'm looking at this playground and seeing that it is such an improvement, such an upgrade over our last one, but we've got to make sure with this new structure that we take responsibility and that we put our safety first. Again, you will always be supervised on this playground. We want to make sure that you are safe at all times. So please enjoy the playground, but let's not do anything that jeopardizes the safety of ourselves and of others.